Mountain View High School, aloha! The purpose of this video announcement is to inform you of a new intervention system that will be starting here at Mountain View High School beginning next week. As you know, at the beginning of this year, we got rid of the flex schedule. And we tried to experiment with a different schedule that would help more of our students pass their classes. The reason why we moved away from flex is because for 4 years in a row, our failed classes were increasing at Mountain View High School. Flex wasn't doing what it was intended to do. And so we tried to put more time back into the classroom and elected to just have one day of what we used to call flex, which we renamed Bruin time. Our first and second term data demonstrates to us that our Fs are still increasing, very slightly, very small, but our Fs are still increasing, so this little experiment didn't work. Well, the Alpine School District has given us permission to try what Timpanogos High School decided to try this year with their intervention schedule, and I would like to share that with you at this time. So beginning Monday, there will be no Bruin time. That 25 minutes will be put back into the classroom setting, and so your classes will be 5 minutes longer starting on Monday. Where we are going to try to intervene and help students who are struggling is on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Okay? So for the remainder of the year on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, teachers will have the option of releasing students who are doing well in their classes and who are meeting learning objectives for the day. Teachers will have the option to dismiss those students 15 minutes before the bell rings. Okay? Well, what will that do? That will allow the teacher to keep behind any students who need additional help and support from the teacher. Right? By dismissing students who have learned the material and who are doing well in the class, the teacher will be able to work more individually with students who need more of the teacher's attention, and will be able to work with small groups of students. And our hope is that if we do that for every period, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, that our teachers will have the time they need to work with students in meeting their learning objectives. You see, one of the challenges of the Flex program is that even though we gave you your report cards and we told you which classes you needed to go to, most students did not get to those classes. Right? By doing this intervention system this way, dismissing students who have learned the material and who are doing well in class, and keeping students who haven't learned the material yet and need additional support from the teacher, it gives that teacher 15 minutes of targeted and mandatory time with those students. So it's another experiment, students, and our hope is that for terms 3 and 4, we'll be able to see a slight increase in the amount of classes that are passed, right? Our number one goal at Mountain View High School is to make sure that every single one of you walks out of this high school with a diploma in hand. Okay? So what happens to the students who are passing their classes and are dismissed 15 minutes early? Well, there's a couple of places you can go to. You can go to the library, to the cafeteria, or to the commons, and you can do your homework there. You can get into study groups. One of our college and career readiness skills that we're trying to promote this year is teamwork and collaboration. That 15 minutes would be a great time for you to get into study groups, to study for tests, to do your assignments, and you know what, to mentally prepare yourself for your next class. We'll also open the computer lab, room 125, so if you have assignments to type out or research to do and computers are not available in the library, you may also go to room 125. Okay? Because classes will still be in session, students, you may not hang out in the hallways because that will be a distraction to the students who are trying to learn and the teachers who are trying to teach. Okay? So once again, the areas you may go to is the cafeteria, the commons, to the library, or to the computer lab in room 125, and use that time to study. Use that time to your advantage. You'll find that 15 minutes isn't long enough for you to leave campus and to run to Ernie's or to do something like that. The quickest way to lose this intervention and really this reward for students who are doing well is if our tardies increase, right? In actuality, students, our tardies should decrease because you potentially have a 20-minute passing period if your teachers choose to use the Tuesday or Wednesday class time towards this end. Once again, I want to stress that this is optional. Teachers don't have to do this. I trust your teachers to know how to best use their instructional time, especially in your AP classes, your science classes that do a lot of labs. You'll probably be the teacher will probably be using the entire class time. Okay, I don't foresee this being any change to your performing arts classes, right? And your physical education dance classes. They usually dismiss you 10 minutes early anyways to get dressed. So this intervention on Tuesdays and Wednesdays will not really affect those classes. Your teachers are now going to lead a question and answer session with you. They have a fact sheet that they will use to answer any questions that you may have. So once again, this is another experiment, and we are trying to move the needle on getting more of our students to pass all of their classes, and we're hopeful that by giving teachers the option on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, every single period, to dismiss students who have already learned the material 15 minutes before the bell rings, that it will give teachers targeted and mandatory time with students who need individual and small group time with their teachers. Sorry for the length of this announcement. Thank you, students, for your attention, and have a wonderful day.